Hello, I'm Trucker Rick, and this is PHIT Fit, Physically Healthy in Trucking. And I'm here making this channel so that you hold me accountable for my weight loss goals. During this time, this video, I'm going to tell you how over the last 30 days I've been able to lose 20 pounds, even in my situation where I don't get to exercise very, very much. I'm a truck driver, and I had the temptation of fast food in my face all the time, and that's a very difficult thing. But it's not overcome. It's not something you can't overcome. And I've been able to lose 20 pounds, cut the cravings, get rid of the sugars and carbs, and be able to lose some weight. Hopefully, a lot more in the future. I'm going to tell you how I reached my goal of the first 20 pounds. But I'm also want to give you a brief history of what kind of physical body I have. I was a chunky kid. I was what do they call it? Husky. I had to wear the husky jeans. By the time I got a little bit older, I was playing sports. I was working out here and there, and I thinned out through high school a bit, good enough to feel healthy. Was still eating, like a teenage kid does, burgers and fries, and the diet at home was not exactly perfect either. A lot of carbs, a lot of pasta, and things like that. Just normal stuff. Uh, as I reached adulthood, I put on a little bit of weight, but nothing that I would be scared about. Um, like everybody, got married, put on a little bit of weight. Um, had a first child, put on a little bit of weight. Had a second child, put on a little bit more weight, and a little more weight, and another child, and a little more. And finally, I found myself at 270 pounds and realizing that this isn't good. This was a heart attack waiting to happen. It was on an airplane. Then I looked over and saw a fella who could not put his tray table down because his gut was in the way. That I realized that I had to do something. At that time, got into South Beach diet. My wife at the time was really good about cooking and packing lunches sometimes for me. And I was real good at cooking breakfast. I love to cook eggs and omelets and stuff like that. So I'd get up and cook the omelets. She'd make everything else, and we were good. And I was running, I should say jogging, about 30 minutes a day. Uh, I tried to hit 3 miles in 30 minutes. During that time, I lost weight. I lost, 70 pounds, got down to 207, and I was thin and muscular and felt pretty good. Only problem was it was unsustainable. As soon as something happened in life, a big change, it knocked me off balance. Uh, we had the fourth child, and that knocked me out of my workout routine. And one thing led to another, and I started gaining weight again. And oh yeah, I got a sit-down job. I got an office job, and that didn't help anything. A little more sedimentary lifestyle. Time went by as normal, little gain here, little weight there, a couple pounds each year. Went through a divorce. That was rough. Gained some weight, lost some weight, gained some weight. Met a really great woman, fell in love, got married. Everything's good, gained some more weight, and I'm truck driving. So I gained even more weight. Found myself having trouble tying my own shoes, having to hold my breath. Just was started to have really bad back pain. I remember thinking that I have to really got to start losing weight. The back pain was bad. Couldn't walk more than 20 yards uh, without it bothering me. And I drive a flatbed truck too, so I have to chain down my load, and I'd have to take a break in between, which was really embarrassing. Try to make an excuse or do it when nobody's looking. But I found myself still frustrated, not knowing how I could quit the comfort of just pulling in and getting a hot fast food meal and crashing for the night. So I put it on the back burner. And it wasn't until after this past Thanksgiving that I was up at a place picking up a load, and they had one of those industrial scales there with the size of a pallet, and they can weigh a pallet. And I thought, well, that's going to be really, really accurate. I think weights and measures have to make sure it's accurate. But anyway, I jumped on that when nobody was looking, and I got a shock. I was 320 pounds, and I don't know why, but I didn't think I could possibly get that heavy. I thought my body would stop me and keep me from getting that heavy. I don't know why I had that thought, but sure enough, I had to accept the fact that I was going to keep gaining weight until I was dead, and I was going to create a short life for myself. And now I'm blessed. I'm not on any kind of heart medicine or diabetic medicine or anything. My dad is a diabetic type 1. He has been for years, but he's always been a thin guy. Um, my mom has had a couple heart attacks and had a couple heart bypasses. Uncles have had some heart problems. Killed my grandfather, killed one of my uncles, almost killed a second. So I'm concerned about my heart. I'm concerned about diabetes. And I know that you can measure your aptitude for diabetes and heart disease by the size of your waist. So seeing that 320 was my bottom, was my eye opener, was my wake up call. And I decided I was going to do something. I was going to do something drastic. I was going to go on a 30-day fast and lose this weight. Started watching videos on people that had done long extended fasts, and I was ready. I was ready to hit it the next day. I wasn't going to eat anything, and that lasted 5 hours. I don't think I made it past 2 o'clock before I was like, that's it. I'm ready to eat. But I did make some healthy choices. I got some healthy foods. I went and got a salad instead because I had been looking at the keto diet for a while and getting a good understanding. I watched a lot of videos and had a pretty good understanding on how it worked. Kind of gave it a try and a fail. But, if I couldn't make myself do a fast, then I could definitely make myself do keto, because keto, you can eat a lot of the good fats, a lot of different meats. Well, here, for instance, I got a bunch of stuff set out. Instead of chips, my big thing's chips. I love to eat chips. So I can eat pork rinds. You get the plain ones. It doesn't have any sugar. You need to have a lot of sodium in your diet when you're doing the keto, because you don't hold the water or something like that. Anyway, they say take magnesium, potassium. It's okay to have salty type or high sodium, I should say, type of foods. It's actually really good for you. So a lot of pickles. As a meal replacement, instead of going for the hot meal, I went and started buying the steamer bags that you get at Walmart, and this is a great meal. That's a lot of food in there. Now I can't even finish it these days. But I take a broccoli or spinach or something like that. I'll have that with a little cheese, salt, pepper, maybe a little bit of Lowry's. Lowry's has a tad of sugar in it, so don't go overboard, but a little bit of Lowry's. And you have a plate of broccoli. On the side, have a protein. I like to have, always keep handy tuna and clean chicken chunk, breast meat. But yeah, got a little protein, a lot of vegetables. Pork rinds make me feel like I'm eating carbs. So that was how I started transitioning from the carb-loaded French fries and hamburgers to better foods. And this is kind of some staples I keep on my truck at all times. And like, the important thing with the keto is transforming your body from being a carb sugar burner to a fat burner. And so you want to add more fats into your diet, like coconut oil, and try to keep it as clean as possible, they say. This is pretty much a dirty keto. I want to get there, but I'm not quite there yet. I want to learn how to buy and use and get some of the cleaner meats. Um, they say get the grass-fed, organic, hand-caught, massaged, beautified, I don't know, meats and vegetables and butters and cheeses. But at this point, I'm doing pretty good. I'm on the right path. I'll get there. Um, for instance, would be a very dirty keto type of food. But hey, I'm losing weight. I feel great, and I'm making improvements. And that's the real thing here. Unfortunately, even with making all these changes to my diet, I didn't lose a lot of weight. I was doing a pretty good job, I think, of being keto, although I have not yet got the keto strips to test the urine. I'm going to get that next week, I think. But I haven't done it yet. So I want to get that, and so I know when I'm in keto, when I'm not. So anyway, I digress. But the first week was okay. I think I got kind of into keto, um, at least for a couple of the few of the days. What I did find is that my craving for the um, junk food had gone away pretty quickly within a day or two, and the sugar cravings have gone away. So I wasn't craving fast food anymore. I wasn't craving junk food anymore. And that was my miracle right there. Once that happened, I knew this could work for me. Appetite suppressants, coffee, green tea, and good proteins are all appetite suppressants. Um, and good fats will keep you full for a long time. So that's why I was able to get off carbs and sugars. By the time I got to week 2, I was feeling pretty good, but I was a little disappointed that I didn't lose more weight than I did. I felt good. My back was actually not hurting quite as bad as it used to. My knees were feeling good, and that's getting rid of inflammation. The keto diet's good for that. Wasn't having any headaches or keto flu or anything. I felt good. Felt great, actually. Just a little disappointed in the weight loss. So I decided I was going to try out this intermediate fasting. I mean, how hard could it be? To get started, all you got to do is skip breakfast, and I'm not a big breakfast fan anyway. I was doing it half the time. So I did. I skipped breakfast, and I would eat lunch about 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish, and dinner, depending, 6, 7, 8, depending on when I got done working. And it was pretty easy. In fact, it was really easy. And I kept that up through week 2. Um, and I found out that a little more about intermediate fasting. When you fast at least 16 hours a day, I mean, think about it. We sleep 8, and then so you got 4 before you go to bed or 4 after. That's 16 hours. It's not too hard, especially if you got rid of the sugar and carb addictions. If you can get the 16-8 thing going, your body has time to go into autophagy. This is a mind blower to me. The body actually, when it has that 16-hour rest time, has time to go to autophagy and start healing your body, getting rid of things it doesn't need. Old cells that are dead or dying or just icky, they need to go. And start healing up injuries, old injuries. There's been reports of people with their eyesight getting better, heal things like diabetes, of course, and heart disease. Just all kinds of amazing things. Do your research, watch your videos. There's so much out there that I'm blessed. I mean, I just turn on YouTube and let it go while I'm driving, not watching it, just listening. But I do. I let the thing go, and one healthy video after another will come up, and I'll listen to it. Autophagy will help the cells cure themselves. And a good example of it is, like at the end of those weight loss shows, those really big ones where somebody who's extremely overweight lost everything, but they got all that saggy skin everywhere. It's gross. I'd rather be fat. with autophagy, what they find is that the body recycles those dead skins, those old skins, and you wind up having newer, tighter, thinner skin, I guess. I don't know how to put it, but anyway, the saggy skin thing is not a big deal to fasters. The skin tightens up. So you really want to try to get into that 16 to 8 hour time zone. And I don't know if I skipped this or not. What I mean by that is fasting for 16 hours and then have an 8 hour eating window. So you will have your calories that you normally have in, two meals in that 8 hour period, maybe two meals and a snack. I don't know how you want to do it. It's your body, it's your diet. You can do it any way you want as long as it's working for you. Me personally, I started out with the 16-8 and found that more than a couple days, I was really, really busy. I didn't have time to eat, so I wound up doing the one meal a day, going 20 hours and having 4 hours of an eating window, or something like 21 and 3 or something like that. Anyway, long story short is I got down to the end of my day. I ate my meal, which had good fats and very, very low carbs and no sugars and vegetables, and I was full. I was so full. I didn't need to eat anymore that day. And I thought, hey, this is the OMAD diet, only eating one meal a day. Uh, so I tried it again, and the next day I was pretty busy. No problem. The third day I was not busy. Uh, we were stuck. I couldn't get a load or something, and I was in my truck all afternoon. And as much as I wanted to do the OMAD, I was bored. And I'm an eater when I'm bored. But I found out that it's actually a pretty good thing if you don't do OMAD every single day over and over and over. You want to kind of change the script on your body. Think of yourself as the caveman. He didn't go out every single day and find food, and he didn't go out every single day and not find food. If he found himself a nice big old bowl, man, they could eat and feast for a day or two, fill up and eat all they wanted. But then after that bull was gone, they had to go out and find another animal. And usually there was a feast and a fasting period of some sort like that. When you get to a place where you're fasting too much, you may come into lowering your metabolism, where your metabolism slows down a little bit. I haven't seen any problem with this, but switching things up, having a couple days where you're eating in a wider window, or you can I've heard some people like to do fast one day, eat the next, fast one day, eat the next, something like that. Whatever works for you is great, as long as you're getting rid of the carbs, getting rid of the sugars, and adding some fasting time into your week. Then you're going to find some great results. And whatever's comfortable for you, your work schedule, your life schedule, your day, then do that. There's a guy who's got I saw him on Dr. Oz on a video online. He eats 5,000 calories in one sitting around 12 and 1 o'clock, because that's the only time that he gets to relax. Follows his diet plan, watches micronutrients, and makes sure he's getting enough vitamins and all that stuff, keeps his carbs and fats and stuff right where it belongs. And he eats all 5,000 calories. Now, he's also very athletic, works out a lot. So he can eat, 5,000 calories. And he's skinny as a rail. The guy's got, six-pack abs. And a lot of people have been doing this, eating one meal a day, eating 2 or 3, 4,000 calories, sitting and watching their micronutrients, probably keeping it somewhat keto, and getting great results from it. And then, some people have to be strictly. It's up to you. It's your body. If you get results, good. If it's uncomfortable, try something else. You get rid of the sugars, you get rid of the carbs, you eat good, healthy fats, add in a little fasting time, and you're going to lose weight. You're going to feel great. I was so afraid I'd skip something. I wrote a ton of notes. But hey, I want to thank you for staying to the end of this video. I need you to help keep me accountable. help me make my goals. By when I see that I got subscribers and people making, hitting the notification bell and making comments, that's going to motivate me to keep going with this. Who knows? Maybe, when I hit my goal, maybe it'll motivate somebody else. Or hey, if you know a truck driver is overweight, maybe hey, send them this video. It's really easy. It's really crazy easy to switch from carbs and sugars over to eating good, healthy fats. And once you do, it's not a problem to go and skip a few meals. Next thing you know, you've got half your caloric intake and you're burning fat and losing weight really fast. One thing I didn't mention is I've done just about zero exercise. I say just about because I did have gotten out about 4 or 5 times and gone for 30-minute walks. I want to increase that. I want to do better, but just haven't. One excuse after another, I guess. Uh, but so, yeah, I have done almost zero exercise besides strapping down my loads and a few walks. That's my story, and I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, hit the like button. Caring is sharing, so share it with somebody, and we'll win this battle together and beat this fat. I'm Rick, and this is Physically Healthy in Trucking, and I'll see you later.